My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Hearthstone Tavern Brawl. It is week number 6 and nothing could have been worse than last week, so let's see what we're actually up against. Gonna let him get his vocal line through. Heart of the Sunwell. In the Sunwell lies unlimited power and that power is yours. Start each game with 10 mana and see what you can do with it. Huh. Start each game with 10 mana and see what you can do with it. So, your opening hand could feasibly be a OTK, one turn kill. Start with 10 mana. Okay, what am I going to do with 10 mana? Like, the obvious thing is you go with... Right, you pick Druid. And then you just go 7+ and you just fucking click until you win the game, right? Isn't that the obvious thing? You do this, and then you just click the video game, and then you just click all the video game cards. I'm just fucking so sporadically click... Oh. Dear lord. That goes out. Fuck it. Put all of them in, right? That's the obvious thing that everyone immediately thinks of, but I think there's something better. There has to be something better. So let's think about this from a, cerebral point of view. What deck would be so good if it weren't for the mana? If it weren't for mana being a problem, right? So, we're talking control. We're talking fierce control or aggression. But the thing is, aggression is really powerful because you get all of those really high attack minions relatively early. Like, you've got 3 attack on turn 1, Flame Imp, that kind of stuff, right? And it's really powerful because you have that on turn 1, and then every turn, as you're playing a new threat, you're also drawing a card. Where are you going to get all of the cards from for aggression if you're only using your opening hand and then drawing each turn and your opponent's dropping a big dude each turn? I've got an idea. And if this works, I'm going to be the happiest man of all time. Because this hasn't worked for... Check my watch here, like I'm actually thinking. About half a year now, to a year, I'm gonna try Miracle Rogue. So, what is Miracle Rogue? Miracle Rogue is a deck that runs a very, very large amount of very, very low mana cost spells and two gadgets and auctioneers. And your goal is to play a gadget and auctioneer and then play spells until your opponent dies or until you set up an OTK combo in your hand. Usually revolving around the use of Leroy Jenkins. Oh no. You can't use Leroy Jenkins anymore because I've DE'd him, so I don't have him. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Let's work from base here. So, backstabs go in because once you have a Gadget and Auctioneer out, that's a 0 mana card that will deal damage and cycle itself because of the Gadget and Auctioneer's ability. Preparation goes in, obviously. Shadow Step is one of your really important cards right there. Cold Blood is going to be very important for pushing into damage. So is Conceal for prepping for a turn where you can win. Now, the problem with it, one of the problems that we're often going to have is if our opponent plays a really big taunt. So we're going to need very, very, very efficient removal for that. So I'm looking at Sap being very powerful, Eviscerate, Sinister Strike. That's for face damage mainly. Blade Flurry, I think I'll put 1 in. That was the usual thing that you did with the Miracle deck. You put 1 Blade Flurry in for the board clear. Usually it's 2 Fan of Knives, but I'd only be cycling them. They wouldn't be dealing with a minion because, except for fucking... Onyxia. Right, they wouldn't really be doing that much. So, did Shiv even go in these decks? God, it's been a long time since this deck has been viable. Fuck, it's possibly still not viable. I think Sabotage might be a good idea. Edwin Van Cleef, probably as well, so I'll put in my Van Cleef. Tinker's Sharpsword Oil. I just remembered what my win condition can be. So, let's go over to 1 mana over here. Now, there is a win condition that's been dug up recently, and that's the South Sea Deckhand. So this was run in a lot of aggressive Tinker's Sharpsword Oil decks near the very, very start of GVG. And what you do is you'd play a South Sea Deckhand and then Tinker's Sharpsword, and then you've got a 4 damage weapon and a 5 damage charge from only 2 cards, a 1 and a 4, right? Provided that you already used your hero power and actually have a dagger equipped. And then you do that, and instead of bouncing it with Shadow Step, which I actually might have to remove from the deck, instead of bouncing it with Shadow Step, you duplicate it, and you duplicate it by way of, let's see it, Faceless Manipulator, which I only have 1 of. I'm not certain that I want to go all the way with this one, so I don't know if I want to actually spend the Arcane Dust to get another Faceless Manip. I think Assassinate might be too expensive for the deck that I'm trying to build, but at the same time, there are going to be enemy minions that I can't kill. Okay, let's get back to looking at the standard stuff. But yeah, the more expensive stuff you never want to have to run. Sprint, I don't think goes in any of... Oh, I'm the dumbest man of all time. I almost made this entire deck without actually putting Gadgets and Auctioneer in. Don't fucking tell... Did I D all of my Gadgets and Auctioneers? Gadgets and Auctioneer costs 6 mana, right? Wasn't that the nerf it got? Now it costs 6 mana, used to cost 5? Oh shit. I totally DE'd them all. I'm sorry, Gadgetson. It's my fault. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? What? Where is it? Am I blind? Fuck. Search. Gad. No matches found. Crafting. Yeah, okay, I am... They cost 6? They do cost 6. Yeah, of course they cost 6. What's wrong with me? Create. Look, I loved this deck so much when it existed, and then when it got killed by increasing the mana cost of both Gadgets and Auctioneer and Leroy Jenkins by 1, it kind of made me really sad, dude, because I love this deck so much. I think it's such a fun, non-interactive deck, right? It's the best game of Solitaire, the best game of Solitaire that you've never played. They don't get to fuck with you on your turn. It's your turn forever. Okay. Emperor Tharasan is probably a really, really good idea for this deck as well. Even if I just discount 1 hand. Fuck me dead. Shadow Step shouldn't be in this deck. Shadow Step is just dealing 2 extra damage, like, for 0. Oh, 2 extra damage for 0? Plus it costs a spell? If I have my Gadgets out, that's actually amazing. Look, let's try this, just for funsies. Because I've been looking for such a long time to be able to actually revive Gadgetson. Because it's a really, really fun deck. You might remember if you've been with the channel for a very long time, in which case, thank you. That's really, really flattering. We did a Hearthstone ranked series where we played a Miracle deck, and that is the ranked series that I was most excited about because it was just constantly learning more about the very small nuances of the deck, because it was a very, very complicated deck at the same time as being a very, very difficult deck. I mean, I have a Gadgeton in the early hand, and I have some cards that I can play. This is fine. I'm also going first, so actually, I should have mulliganed both of these looking for a... Fuck, my opponent's gonna mind control me immediately. I probably lose already. Fuck. Right. I'm actually gonna try very hard here to draw something to hide my Gadgetson. There we go. Also, might as well cast that. And there. Okay. What are the odds that they have Holy Nova in hand? I don't think that people would put Holy Nova in their deck, because Holy Nova is a card that is very, very good against a wide board. that's about it. Did you just... Oh dear. Shadow Step I can't use at the moment because I actually don't have a Shadow Step target unless I want to chuck this back to my hand. I'm certain that they have Mind Control in their hand right now because they didn't have anything to target. Okay, I'm actually gonna Abyss the face so that I can activate the combo trigger for this. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna play that. It's face time. Shadow Step this back in order to draw another card, which I can't play. Oh shit!
Here we go.
If I play Van Cleef, my opponent mind controls Van Cleef, they run their Faceless Manip into my Gadgetzin, I'm left with a 2-1 and this weapon. There's no way that I can kill this turn. So instead, I'm actually going to draw the card. I don't think Van Cleef wins me the game. Oh my god, I'm not going to have time for it, but it would have been fun if I did. Okay. So what I'm seeing now is if I don't get gadgets in the opening hand, I need to mulligan heavily for it. And also minions that aren't Emperor Thaurissan. Sorry, Emperor Thaurissan is too expensive to play, especially when I'm not actually generating more cards than I'm spending. I'm also very, very aware of the fact that I don't currently have a sap.
I bring life.
Fuck me dead. That's pretty bad for me. Yeah, I've probably lost this. If my opponent can just heal themselves enough, I can't really do anything. God damn it. We had a good showing at the start, didn't we? And it was very entertaining. That's all I was looking for. Flash in the pan. If they mind control one and then kill the other, so I would have 2-2 for I win. What? Well played! So, that has been Hearthstone Tavern. Of course, I'm gonna play at least 2 more games. Should I change my deck? Because I feel... You know what? I'm actually gonna edit this deck. I feel like this is probably the deck. But I don't actually have time to put cards in my hand, so that needs to go, that needs to go. I think I might actually want SI7? Or maybe Sprint? Let's try double Sprint and see if I can actually generate a larger hand than I have at the very start of the game. And then no matter how this deck performs, I'll try and switch it up and go for a different deck at the last one. Maybe just one full of big dudes. Because that's kind of exciting. Maybe I try and do this same thing with Druid, as in I run Gadgets and Auctioneer, and I try and do the cycle through the entire deck thing that has been so very popular. Only when versing AI has that been popular. Nope, I have a lot of cheap spells. I need the gadgets. I'm so glad to have the coin. That's going to be really good. Please tell me this isn't the same person I just versed. Nope, I versed Soul last time.
The pleasure is mine.
Oh, they're running a Divine Spirit deck. Divine Spirit OTK deck. Interesting.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Well played.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
I should have cast Prep first, because that wouldn't have counted as a spell, and I would have actually got a increased minion health. Interesting. I'm actually going to prep the Conceal, not only to draw more cards, but also so that I can get a weapon.
Well played.
Thank you.
Is everyone doing this deck? Did I fuck up? Did I accidentally do the thing that I did in that other week, the Bananas week, where I chose a Tempo Mage and everyone was playing Tempo Mage? Although, in my experience, not everyone was playing Tempo Mage, but then I checked it out afterwards. Everyone was playing Tempo Mage. Everyone was very angry about it. I don't want to play that. It's too slow while it costs full mana.
Lapdogs, all of you. Time to pay.
Here we go.
Well played.
Please draw. Oh god! I would have had lethal if I just didn't fucking attack. If I just waited. Oh, I should have just waited. Damn it. This video game is not interactive right now. I'm so glad, by the way, that I didn't put Fan of Knives in my deck. Whew. Yeah. With a minion with low attack and very high health, they had a Divine Spirit combo that they were trying to do, and it's just not gonna work. Please? Damn it! I just wanted them to be kind and just let me destroy them. What if I do 4 matches? Because I really want to play another match of that. Alright, I'll do 4 matches. I'll at least do one of Druid as well. For those of you that think Miracle Rogue is scum. It looks like the majority of people are playing Priests. I say that after playing 2 matches and both of them were against Priests, so 100% of people in this arena are playing Priests. Sorry, in this Tavern Brawl are playing Priests. You heard it here first. Only Priests and Paladins. Priests and Paladins, I've just learned. Breaking news, sorry. Yeah, there's Paladins as well. I want to keep Conceal, but Conceal means nothing if I don't have a Gadget and Auctioneer, whereas a Gadget and Auctioneer by itself can be powerful, as long as I find things to do with it. Well, now I'm a sad dude. Whee! I'm a very sad dude. This hand would be so good if I had a Gadget and Auctioneer. Oh, I feel like this is the turn where I pay. This is the game where I pay for it, right? I had really good luck in the last 2 games. My opponents didn't have counters. I had really good cards. Oh, this person's clearly just put all the giants that they have in their deck. Okay, well, I have to shiv. Actually, I'll shiv that. It doesn't matter to shiv face right now. I'd be attacking that anyway. Okay. Okay.
I got the best deals anywhere.
I'm gonna prep ASAP. I'm hoping to draw into my... Not that. Conceal. I'm not getting the Conceal. That's in cold blood, though. So I've done that to bounce this back to hand, make it immune to my opponent just trying to remove it.
Rogue, stop hiding. Face
Huh, they got a Sinister Strike. Interesting.
I got the best deals anywhere.
I'm really annoyed that I had to play this first, but I did because I want the Tinker's Sharp Sword effect to go off afterwards. So just hit this, please. Okay, we're good friends now. Next up, this for an extra card. Attack the face, and then conceal. Very tempted to Shadow Step this back. Even though it currently has the buff on it, next turn I would, like, if this managed to get destroyed, I would play it, 2 damage, 4, and then this adds 6, so 2, 4, 6, that's 12, and then Cold Blood, Cold Blood. Actually, I have lethal even if I Shadow Step this guy. And it makes me, relatively less vulnerable to a bunch of things.
Justice.
Not on my
Oh, am I the smartest man of all time? Don't answer that. Okay. No, not that one. This one. There we go. Go through the whole deck, son. Why not? I didn't even attack with either of these. Oh my god. This might be my most powerful showing in Tavern Brawl yet. I know I said I was gonna play Druid, but I feel like that would be ending the episode on a low note. I feel like instead, just because these games are so quick and because the deck is so powerful, I actually just want to play a straight out 5 in a row of this. Because I'm having a lot of fun. I have to be honest with you. Being able to revive Miracle Deck in a way that doesn't take all of those early boring turns. This gives me life, to use a Tumblr phrase. Oh, it's another priest. Are they running taunts or AoE yet? Otherwise, bow, bow. All of that has to go back. None of it is Gadget and Auctioneer. That's the most important thing I notice about a card. First off, I look, if it's not a Gadget and Auctioneer, it's not a Gadget and Auctioneer. That's actually very readily apparent, I think you'll find. Edwin Van Cleef is also relatively poor. Now, the reason I think Edwin Van Cleef is relatively poor is if I'm not going to win and I'm playing Edwin Van Cleef to put myself in a better position to win, then I don't want Edwin Van Cleef. Because my opponent... Well, I kind of just got Shrek'd.
Mistakes were made.
Alright, you know what? I can't kill that. I don't have a sap. I can't kill it, and I definitely can't kill all the Burly Rockjaw Trogs it makes. So I just have to go face and hope I don't lose. Yeah, it's gonna summon so many Trogs for this guy, and I'm probably going to lose, but I'm gonna lose if I try not to do the Trog play anyway. Oh my god. I got so owned. People have to be doing the same deck I'm doing, right? They have to. Otherwise, why is there a Trogzor in that deck? So my only chance is to win this turn. 28 damage, 1 turn. Can I do it? Do you think I can? Do you believe in me? Do you believe in a thing called love? Okay. Let's start off with this. Guess against this target. Okay. We're just drawing cards right now. That's all we're doing. Okay, I'm probably gonna rope this turn as well, so I should really think about everything I do. So it doesn't matter if I put the Cold Blood on this or on the South Sea deckhand. So now I definitely need a weapon. I'm gonna need a lot of preps. I don't know if this is almost certainly not gonna be enough damage.
Here we go.
No! Use it!
I don't have enough.
No!
Well played.
I got really close. If any of those were preps, I would have probably gotten him. I could have done up to 2 more damage. Without knowing what cards I was going to draw, right? I'm going to be a relatively gracious opponent and just let my opponent destroy my face. Because I deserve it. I totally deserve it. They were very, very clearly prepared for exactly this situation. And I want them to be able to savor this moment. Because if I were them, I would want to savor this moment. Look at that. Look at that clean sweep of Trogs across the board. Plus there's a Ysera, who's just trying to fit in. Don't blame Ysera. Her dad's in the military. She just has to move from school to school, and now she's trying to fit in with the Trogs as well.
Well
Not her
played.
fault.
Not too quickly.
Well played.
Well played.
Something tells me they got up to go get a drink while I was making my moves there. Okay, we're still not at 30 minutes. It's 28 minutes. I'll play one more match because this match is only going to take a minute. I spent most of my time drafting the deck, to be completely honest with you. I should make some adjustments, like removing Edward Van Cleef, possibly putting in something like,
The light
I
shall
don't know.
bring
I don't know what I...
Watch your back.
Honey, please. My heart is only so strong. It's not a Trogzor yet. It's an Emperor Tharasan, but it's not a Trogzor. I think you'll find 10 times out of 10, Emperor Tharasan is Emperor Tharasan instead of a Trogzor. Okay. Well. That always happens. Light Bomb. I'm not gonna buff him this turn. If he survives, I'll buff him, but it's possible I get Light Bombs. No! Don't you goddamn dare! 50-50 my face, please. No!
Mistakes were made.
Okay, so it's very clear that some of the priests have anti-rogue measures in their deck. Ragnaros the Fire Lord is so that you can target an untargetable. Although it's still only 50-50. God. I'm the saddest man of all time. This is just so my opponent, if they want to generate something this turn, it has to be another Ragnaros. I'm gonna need amazing luck to actually not just immediately lose. I think I have to play another match after this, because this is not... You can't 3 wins and then 2 losses, right? That's not the way that this deck is gonna go. I've already lost. Like, hang on. Let me just try and have some fun with it. Whee! Whee! Do as much damage as I can.
Here we go.
Now I don't want that to hit face, but... Is it possible I should have just done that last turn instead? Very possible I should have just done that last turn instead. So, we've got a 33% chance of our opponent's Ragnaros hitting our Edwin Van Cleef, in which case we probably can win. That's basically the only win condition we have.
I have no time for games.
Okay, so you play that first so that you can try and get Emperor Thaurissan to target untargetables. Interesting. Not good. Okay. Minions have a 50% chance to hit the wrong hero. You just need to hit. That's it. 50%. 50% to win.
Here we go.
Yeah! You're the best around. Ain't nothing ever gonna keep it down. Too good. Too very, very lucky. I was 100% incredibly lucky. Don't worry, I know that. My name has been Rhapsody. This has been my Brawl deck. You will be able to find it in the description down below. It's very fun. If I were you, I would remove probably both of the sprints and the Edwin Van Cleef, and I would add in more cheap spells, even if they don't do anything. So, Shadow Step usually doesn't have a target, so maybe instead of, say, Edwin Van Cleef, you put in, I don't know, the 3-3, the SI7 agent. Maybe you put in 2 SI7 agents, and instead of the other sprint, because there's 2 SI7 agents, so 1 for the Edwin and 1 for the sprint, you put in... a Death Lord, maybe, just to hold your opponent off if you can't block them. All in all, I think this is a really stylish and very fun way to play the Heart of the Sunwell, which is this week's Tavern Brawl. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Hearthstone Tavern Brawl. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. If you have, please click like. It does help me get my content out to new people. There's also a playlist in the description down below with all my content on. I haven't opened the pack. I'm a dumb dude. With all of my content on Hearthstone Arena, Hearthstone Ranked, Hearthstone Adventures, and Hearthstone Tavern Brawl. Before anyone asks in the comments down below, yes, I am familiar with the announcement that was made this morning. This morning for me, probably late night for the majority of the people in the Americas. And yeah, I'm pretty hyped about it, but Tavern Brawl probably isn't the best time to talk about that. I'll probably talk about that in my next Arena episode. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, and we'll see you next time.